Devil's Cave. What hides the mountain with 3 ears in the heart of Khakassia? Imagine this. You are standing on the edge of a 20-meter-high well that goes into pitch darkness. There is a cold smell from below, and something else, invisible but palpable, like the breath of a sleeping giant. The walls are covered with the soot of millennia-old bonfires, and the air is thick and heavy. Somewhere, in the depths, water drips steadily, like the countdown of time, which flows differently here. You take a step forward, and suddenly a wave of unreasonable fear rolls over. Welcome to Kashkalak Cave, a place that locals call the Devil's Cave. This is not a fiction for travel booklets. This is a real place in the north of Khakassia, where something has been happening for thousands of years that science still cannot fully explain. Ancient shamans performed rituals and sacrificed here. Here, people lost consciousness, heard voices, and saw things that couldn't be. Here, instruments failed, compasses went crazy, and experienced speleologists confessed they had never seen anything like this before. The mountain that remembers everything, Kashkalak, rises among the foothills of the Kuznetsk Plateau in the north of Khakassia. The name of the mountain translates from Kakas as the head of a beast with 3 ears, and from a distance it really resembles some kind of mythical creature frozen in stone. Geologists claim that Kashkalak is of volcanic origin. Millions of years ago, underground forces raged here, forming bizarre structures. The locals have always been wary of the mountain. Shepherds avoided it. Travelers tried not to spend the night nearby. The old people said, whoever hears the call of the mountain will never return the same. This attitude to certain places is found all over the world. Stonehenge, Mount Kalish, Uluru, but Kashkalak stands out even among them. Descent into the realm of shadows, the entrance to the cave is located at an altitude of about 870 meters. This is a vertical well, 20 meters deep, as if nature had specially created a barrier for casual visitors. To get inside, you need to climb down the rope, slowly sinking into the darkness. The first thing that strikes you downstairs is the echoing silence. Not the one that calms, but the one that presses on the eardrums. The second is the feeling of presence. Many people describe it the same way, as if someone invisible is standing nearby and watching. Kashkalak Cave is a 3-tiered system connected by vertical shafts. The total length of the underground passages is almost a kilometer, and the depth reaches 50 meters. Stalactites hang from the ceilings like petrified tears. The lower levels are often flooded with icy water. Archaeologists found animal bones on the clay floor: bears, deer, horses. Nearby there are charcoal from ancient bonfires and stone tools dating back thousands of years. But the most terrifying finds were waiting in the deepest caves. Human remains were found there. From the temple to the altar, Kashkalak Cave has not always been a place of fear. According to ancient legends, the first people came here to worship Mother Earth and receive healing. It was the sanctuary of the white shamans. Purification, rituals, and initiations were held here, and young shamans received their power here. But around the 3rd and 4th centuries of our era, everything changed. New tribes came to the territory of Khakassia, bringing other beliefs more harsh and bloody. They took over the sanctuary and turned it into a place of sacrifice. Archaeological finds confirmed that the nature of the cave's use has indeed changed. Traces of ritual bonfires and sacrificial altars were found on the upper tier, and in the lower tier, apparently, victims were dumped animals and people. It was believed that their souls should appease Erlik, the Kakas god of the underworld and lord of the dead. Erlik does not tolerate uninvited guests, those who dare to invade his domain without due respect. He punishes with diseases, insanity, and death. Therefore, before entering the cave, shamans performed special rituals and asked for permission from the spirits. When science meets the unexplained, the first scientific description of the cave was made by geologist Alexei Zaitsev in 1904. In the 20s, Peter Solovyov's partisan detachment hid here. Since then, there have been shell casings, chardboards, and legends about hidden gold. The real scientific interest arose in the 50s and 60s. Speleologists have confirmed that the age of the underground cavities exceeds 1 million years. Rare species of bats and traces of ancient humans have been discovered here. However, along with scientific discoveries came unexplained phenomena. The devices suddenly failed. The compass needles were spinning randomly. The lights went out when the batteries were full. But the most disturbing thing is the impact on people. Many speleologists have reported the same symptoms: sudden panic, tinnitus, and a sense of someone's presence. Some heard footsteps and voices. There have been cases of loss of consciousness for no apparent reason, a place of power, or a geological anomaly. Modern science offers several explanations. The first is geomagnetic anomalies. Measurements have shown that the Earth's magnetic field is distorted in some areas. This can affect devices and the human brain, causing hallucinations and anxiety. The second explanation is infrasound, low-frequency vibrations that the ear does not pick up, but which affect the psyche, causing unreasonable fear. The third hypothesis concerns gases, radon, carbon dioxide, methane. Even in small concentrations, they affect consciousness. The fourth is psychological infection. When a person knows about the legends, his brain adjusts to a certain mood, causing appropriate reactions. However, no explanation is exhaustive. Perhaps it's a combination of factors that create an effect that science can't fully explain yet. The mirror of the soul today, Kashkalak Cave, attracts shamans, tourists, and researchers. The locals say, the mountain chooses who to let in and who not. Indeed, experienced speleologists sometimes panic, while beginners come out calm. The Kashkalak phenomenon goes beyond a tourist attraction. This is a place where different ways of knowing the world collide, scientific and mystical. She reminds me that the world is more complicated than it seems. There is a huge gray area between scientifically proven and mystical fiction. Kashkalak is also a mirror. She shows a man himself. Someone sees a place of power, someone sees danger, someone sees just an interesting object. And everyone is right, because the cave reflects what we bring with us. The Devil's Cave remains open. Anyone can go down a 20-meter well. But the question is not whether you can get there. The question is, what will you find there, and what will find you there?